I want to start out with this video that I hope that everyone had a happy Easter. I sure as hell did, even though I did have to work. I managed to spend some time with friends and family, got to eat a little bit of food, and got um some gifts as well. I managed to, and for those who are wondering, I managed to get some wooden blocks because I'm kind of get started into crafting new artwork, and my mom kind of thought that was a nice thing to give me. So it was great. But the fact that I'm having to make this video really irks me. And I'm pretty sure you can guess why, considering the fact that Joe Biden decided for some reason to make Easter Sunday the Transgender Day of Visibility. Now, apparently, this holiday, which in all honesty I did not know about. This is coming from some guy who works at Amazon. For the moment, whenever I walk in, there's always these TV slideshows that show calendars, specific dates and activities on them, and certain holidays that are going on. And and there are so many. You cannot believe how many holidays are specifically targeted to a specific minority. In the case of identity politics, there is, of course, Transgender Day of Visibility, Non-Binary Awareness Day, bis, vic, bis, Remembrance of Bisexual Victims Day. So many of them are on these calendars that for some, I swear to God, they should not be on there. But because of the fact that, let's just be honest, they're not really real. Hell, even Romanian TV, who I follow from time to time, says that these are not grassroots. But here, the main reason, what we're mainly talking about here is what occurred on Easter. And it's not just about this proclamation that Joe Biden made with making Easter Sunday the Transgender Day of Visibility. That's not the only issue that irked me. He made this proclamation in spite of the fact that supposedly he knew that it is March 31st, Easter Sunday, a holiday that is observed by millions of Americans, whether religious or not. And many of them who happen to be religious, such as myself, celebrate it because of the death of Jesus Christ and his resurrection. And it's a pretty big thing in regards to Christianity. But he disregards it instead of going for the Transgender Day of Visibility, which I do not understand politically how he would come to this conclusion. He's already screwed up with so many things, if you consider factoring religion among voters. He's already angered many American Muslims who want a ceasefire in regards to the Gaza war. He already has pissed off a lot of Jews in regards to how he's confronting the topic of Gaza, as well as the fact that there's a rise of anti-Semitism in universities. And now he did this for Christians, and specifically Roman Catholics. I myself am a Protestant, but nonetheless, I'm pretty sure this is something that a lot of people care about. It's not just Catholics, Protestants, Orthodox, whatever. They definitely care about this major issue because this is a pretty important holiday among Christians. But instead, again, he focuses on a Transgender Day of Visibility. And let's be honest, no one has ever heard of this. Apparently, this supposed holiday, if you could call it that, has only been around for 5 years. And this specific holiday is meant to talk about transgenderism and to make sure that that transgenders are visible among Americans, which, oh my God, we get it, we know. It's not, we're kind of, I mean, again, considering that I'm from Amazon, We tend to see a lot of this crap every single day. You don't need June. You don't need Pride Month or any other holiday outside of it to see all of this. It's really annoying. But nonetheless, it still continues, and there are more and more of these supposed holidays, and there are more of these kinds of virtue signaling acts that are displayed constantly. Now, I wish that it was the only thing that occurred was this proclamation, but you'd be wrong, because apparently, in the White House, they have a national Easter egg hunt, and people everywhere are allowed to submit designs. Except this year, they decided to ban not only political statements, which, okay, to be fair, that's kind of understandable. No, a lot of people would like to just celebrate and not be involved in politics. But he also got rid of religious-themed designs, which is completely weird for a few things. One, supposedly Joe Biden is a devout Catholic. If he is a devout Catholic, why would he ban religious themes, especially on a religious holiday such as Easter? Number two, why is he focusing on this instead of Easter? There is nothing to be gained from it. I don't understand. I know that Romanian TV mentioned about how supposedly Joe Biden was caught in an impeccable situation, either anger Christians or anger the transgender community. But it just seems so, oh my god, it seems so out there. This hurts me on so many levels, because not just the fact that it seems like the alphabet community, although just going to be saying as a disclaimer, I am not saying that every LGBT person is like this. Many of them would prefer to just be like, they want to do this in private and allow people to, or they want to live by the rule of live and let live. And while I disagree with their lifestyle, I can respect that position. I actually kind of admire it. But the very fact that there have been many more of these holidays just trying to virtue signal and to give more attention, lip service to this specific minority, it's just very aggravating. And the fact that a lot of people, and I'm not just talking about the White House, but just many people in general, just people who absolutely lean to woke of left, are defending this and adamantly on the internet, either saying that wow, Christians are getting frustrated because of this, especially over the Transgender Day of Visibility. and they're like, oh, Jesus taught everyone to. Jesus loves everybody, including trans people, and it's just, I'm sorry. Those kinds of arguments really irk me, because here's the thing: one, Jesus does love everybody, but he despises sin, and that's the thing that really irks me, especially with those arguments, because there's a clear difference from just loving everybody. From loving everybody to hating what they do because it's sinful and it goes against divine. It goes against God. Number two, the fact that especially Biden is focusing more attention on this transgender issue, and many people are focusing on transgenders on the specific day instead of Easter, really irks me, because this day is supposed to be about glorifying God. when I see a lot of these holidays specifically catered to identity politics, whether it be Juneteenth or this Transgender Day of Visibility or whatever, or even this includes, I argue, Pride Month. It seems it's more selfish in nature. Oh, look at me! Oh, look at me doing this, or doing that, yada yada yada, or trying to celebrate my sexuality, my race or gender, whatever. And then this occurs on March 31st. And now I understand that the day of Easter does change, I admit. But again, Joe Biden focuses more on Transgender Visibility Day, which is arguably selfish, instead of the more humble thing, and trying to appeal more to everyday Americans, whether it be they be religious or non-religious or non-Christian or whatever. He focuses on this specific issue, trying to make it be front page news. It's not going to get him any voters. It's certainly not going well with him in terms of devout Catholics. And in fact, he's already underwater when it comes to approval from Jews or Muslims. In the case of Muslims, they are mad at the fact that he's screwing up with the Gaza war. They want a ceasefire. The Jews are tired of the fact of the anti-Semitism in universities, as well as the fact that of his stance on the Gaza war. He's literally towing the line. He's straddling the fence. And now he does this for Christians, especially devout Catholics. And this is coming from a guy, Joe Biden, who's supposedly a devout Catholic. He's focusing more on a more selfish issue than the more humble act of glorifying God. Now, I want to close this for a moment because I want you to understand furthermore about why I've come to this conclusion. In the book of John, in chapter 2, verses 13 through 25, it mentions about how Jesus, as well as with his apostles, are heading over to Jerusalem for the Passover. This is before he gets crucified at the cross. He is about to do the normal Jewish practices, but he notices there are merchants inside the temple trying to sell certain products, and especially over high prices. And this infuriates him. Not because of the fact that not because of there being merchants, or there being not because of the fact merchants are trying to make a living, but by the very fact that they intentionally set up their services in the temple of God, in a house of God. And he got so furious that he wrecked many of those stands. That's the main issue. We should be Joe Biden should have done the smart thing, and by focusing on what not only politically what most Americans not only observe but celebrate, but also just through, in all honesty, the selfless act of devotion to God. Now, it's completely fine that you may have different opinions, whether you may be practicing a different God or you don't believe in God at all, which is completely fine. But understand, this is the main issue. Whether to be humble or to be selfish. And honestly, I think Joe Biden's choice are, as well as many others before this one, has kind of done him no favors. My name is Noah Meehan of the Arc of Truth. Please post your comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, share for friends. Also, if you have any issues regarding my videos, such as how I speak or whatever, please post in the comment section down below or directly message me. Thank you.